It's a big day today as the head of the World Gaming Administration, the WGO. I would like to, with great pleasure, officially announce that the gaming drought that has plagued planet Earth from approximately, I would say, mid 2021 until mid 2023 has now officially abated. This doesn't mean that there won't be pockets of drought within gaming, especially if your idea of a good time is getting together with four friends and shooting a bunch of brainless vampires over and over and then getting a weapon that then allows you to do 0.75% more damage to those vampires so you can kill them a little bit faster. However, between Tape to Tape, Darkest Dungeon 2, Wildfrost, and of course, Honkai Star Rail, I think we get to say the game drought is officially over. Congratulations to all of us for making it through. Will you play TOTK? No, absolutely not. Can you enable peppaTalk? I'm one step ahead of you. It's already been done. What? I enabled it. People were using it before the stream, and then it's gone now. It literally was here 5 minutes ago. Why do you hate good games? Because they're like kind of boring a lot of the time. I'm glad everybody doesn't share my opinion. But like good games are great. You know, but they're like a little boring sometimes. Do you see the tweet go viral that said like no games are worth $70 and most of them aren't even worth $60? I just realized like there's a reason that like in the generation before mine, people stopped playing video games before they were like 40 years old. Because I'm starting to approach 40 years old and I'm like, man, you motherfuckers like never shut up about video games, huh? I got to get into bocce or something. Something a little bit more age appropriate. Because like I can't be on like my fourth decade of like should games be $60. And then there's the same arguments from like 25 years ago when I was a teenager. Well, I look at it as like $1. I won't buy a video game unless it gives me $1 per hour of entertainment. $1 per hour? Gee, good Lord, at least your standards are low. $1 in this economy? That's how much Napoleon Dynamite got paid the poultry farm in 2004. You really won't you won't buy a $60 game if it doesn't have 60 hours of content, which legitimately is probably going to be like 4 hours of content that gets your heart rate racing and then 55 hours of you going, I'd like to get the lightning sword. Dunk, 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 999 enemies to go. Dunk, 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 998 enemies to go. And then it's the same shit every time. Whoa, dude, why would I pay $3 for a game when RuneScape OSRS is free and I played 5,000 hours of it? Then shut up and play RuneScape, dude. Just play RuneScape forever. Nothing can approach the value proposition of Infinite. It's the biggest number. The same people. Steam Early Access has been a plague for video games. Oh, what about RimWorld? What about Factorio? What about Don't Starve? Hey, those are edge cases. Hey, what about paying like $40 for a great game? $40? Are you crazy? I go to chess.com. I could play chess for free forever. You don't know Malcolm Gladwell, motherfucker. If you're going to apply the outliers on one end, in order to argue in good faith, you've got to apply the outliers on the other end as well. NL, are the Canucks cursed? I would say no. You know, we had a 3.5% chance of getting Connor Bedard. Not hitting on a 1 in 33 chance. Definitely not cursed. You are addicted to gambling if you think that's being cursed. You're not wrong. Some teams are the opposite of being cursed. Absolutely. But the Canucks are not cursed just because they didn't win the draft lottery. And then Canucks fans, we got to be honest with ourselves as well, because we didn't win the draft lottery, and then everyone's like, "Oh, the Canucks have the longest drought of not getting a first pick in NHL history." While that is literally true, we did kind of get the first pick in '98. when we drafted both Sedins. We got the second and third pick, and in exchange made a deal with Atlanta that they wouldn't take one of the Sedins with the first pick. So instead, they took Patrick Stefan. Oh! One of the all-time draft misses. Most famous for not scoring an empty net goal in the playoffs, and then Edmonton getting the puck and scoring to tie the game with like 4 seconds left. Taylor Hall, am I a joke to you? Well, Taylor Hall he's had a productive NHL career. He's kicked the shit out of Patrick Stefan. Come on. I mean, if I a joke to you, that should be like Nail Yakupov. What about Dag? I mean, Alexandre Dag, he was very touted, but he still had like a 0.5 point per game over a 650 game career. That's a solid, productive career. Nail Yakupov got drafted first, played like 5 years in the NHL, and then fucked off. He was gone forever. Yeah, I definitely don't think the NHL draft lottery is rigged just because Chicago won. I think it's more of a lesson that like probability doesn't care about your narratives. If anything, I would be more suspicious if Chicago fell in the draft lottery, because that confirms my narrative biases. It's like they random chance made them fall because they deserved it. I think they moved up from 3. I mean, we've had some crazy draft lotteries. Did New Jersey move up from like 8th once or 10th or something like that? Rangers moved up from 10th, drafted Alexis Lafreniere. No disrespect, Rangers fans. I know you're... The NHL fan base that scares me the most is definitely the Rangers. I don't know how... Something happened. Maybe BTS played Madison Square Garden, but there's like an insane overlap between like K-pop fandom and diehard New York Rangers fans. I dare not poke the bear that is the New York Rangers fan base. I'm sure there are lots of old Rangers fans, but there are also a lot of 14-year-old New York Rangers fans from Brazil, which is fine. I'm happy we're growing the game. I'm just saying. Also, I mean, while we're just spiraling here, so did you see that Here Comes the Sun became the first Beatles song to cross 1 billion streams on Spotify? I looked in the replies, and there were so many people saying, like, George Harrison stays winning. Of course, it's a Harris song. George Harrison made the Beatles, just another Harrison dub. And I thought they were, like, ironic. I thought they were lampooning modern stan culture. But no, there are stan accounts dedicated to, like, not just George Harrison, but, like, every single one of the Beatles. I didn't know. I'm not judging them. I'm just saying. There were George Harrison fan cams. There was, I'm just surprised. Better than Dr. Han's stan accounts. Live Dr. Han reaction. Sorry, I shouldn't have even brought it up. Oh, man. Peloton ride today? Very good. 30-minute Ali Love Tabata, 335 kilojoules. 30-minute Emma Lovewell 90s ride. That was like 354. 30-minute Sam Yo Hidden Hills ride. That was like 354 as well. 90 minutes total output, maybe 1,040 kilojoules. Pretty good. Pretty good ride today. Sam Very Yo by reputation. Shall we yo now or yo later, baby? Has Tomo had his ban lifted? Yeah. Tomo's allowed to be in the room as long as he sleeps in his cat bed. Ruka's not allowed to be in the room. During my streaming hours, at least. Because he just demands too much attention. Tomo is just a cat. Ruka is like aspirational. He is a wild boy. That boy's a liar. I don't know the lyrics. I just hear it on my Cody Rigsby pop rides. He comes into my room like da-da-da. Doing that da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I'll be like da-da-da. She'd be like da-da-da. I'll be like da-da-da, da-da-da. You know, that's all. There were a couple Ice Spice songs on my ride today. There was so that was on yesterday's ride. On today's ride, name the Ice Spice song she did with Nicki Minaj. That was on today's ride. I think it was called Princess Diana. And then there was one more Ice Spice song that I can't remember the name of that was also on today's ride. Munch? I don't know if it was Munch. Munch? I don't think it was Bikini Bottom. I don't know. You know what? I have no idea. Will you give me? I know nobody cares. I'm gonna look it up. I'm going to my Peloton app. I'm looking at recent workouts because it's my stream. I can do whatever I please. The track list of today's ride. There was Princess Diana. That was track 3. It was In Hamoud. You were completely right. I'm an old man. Long Distance. Jody Den Broder remix by Brandy. That was track 1. Track 2, Heavyweight AMC remix by DJ Fresh. Track 3, Princess Diana, Ice Spice, and Nicki Minaj. Track 4, TTU, open parentheses, 2 Turned Up, featuring Waka Flocka Flame. That's Waka Flocka Flame and Flostradamus. Track 5, In Hamoud, Ice Spice. Track 6, K Calor La Fuente remix featuring J Balvin. That's Major Lazer, J Balvin, and El Alpha. You think this is how Casey Kasem felt? Or Rick Dees in the weekly top 40? When he was shouting out artists with insane names in the year 2000 despite being 85 years old? That was Bootylicious from Destiny's Child. Dude grew up being like, that song was called I Got a Pair of New Shoes by Dick Clark. Now he's 85. And their body was too bootylicious for you. Of course, that was Destiny's Child with the inimitable Beyonce. Drogba, open parentheses, Joanna. That one was track 7. That was by Afro B. Track 8, Raga Bomb, featuring the Raga Twins. That's Skrillex and the Raga Twins. And then track 9, Hand in My Pocket, featuring Damien Jurado. That's Deep Sea Diver and Damien Jurado covering Alanis Morissette. I knew one of these songs prior to the ride, and I remember none of them. I don't know a single one of these. I knew all the songs in the 90s. You know, while we're here, why don't we go through the ones in the 90s ride? I'm having fun with this. I mean, the 90s ride, look, starts with Dream Lover by Mariah Carey, Head Over Feet by Alanis, full stop, No Scrubs, TLC, Learn to Fly, Foo Fighters, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Scar Tissue, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Together Again, Janet Jackson, Someday by Mariah Carey. No wonder the output was a little higher in that one. Banger after banger. That's just because the 90s were the best decade for music that is popular. Maybe not the best decade for music, period, but the best decade for music that was popular. Jay, I can't join you on the live love, though. Love Live, maybe I could join you. That one's for the librarian. Get ready to learn Japanese, buddy. But I'm not a big live guy. All Over You is okay. I just heard, what's the Lightning Crashes? I've just heard it too much. I can't get down with Lightning Crashes anymore. It's just it takes itself too seriously. The confusion levels heads. To the baby down the hall. I Alone. I Alone is pretty good. Is that Throwing Copper? It's all Throwing Copper. I'm just saying. / marker. Dulls. We're a little late starting the dulls today. I would like to apologize. We're going to go a little faster here. That was a lie. The lie, in honor of Jerry Springer, the lie detector test has determined that was a lie. Dude, by the way, I watched a lot of Jerry Springer growing up because, I mean, honestly, I think it was just a simpler time in the mid-90s, in the late 90s. My parents would watch Jerry Springer. They're like smart people. They were in their 30s or 40s at the time. They would be like, oh, Jerry Springer's on? And as they're erudite people, they would be like, that's appointment television. And then I watched it as a child, right? It had been a long time since I'd seen it. I watched a clip when Jerry Springer died. And let's just say they bring out some people that the audience is not big fans of. Within 2 seconds, the audience rushed the stage and just started throwing haymakers at the guests. I forgot that it just pops off immediately. There's no like bubbling and then like they try to hold them back. It's literally just like they go to sit in their chair and it's just like a haymaker comes and pops them in the face. They can't put that on television anymore. Now you go on TV, they're like, please don't wear a shirt with a complicated pattern. Our cameras can't handle it. Back in the day, they were like, let's put two people on like complete violent opposite ends of the political spectrum sitting right next to each other. And dude, that's the other thing. When the brawl starts, nobody in the audience gasps or anything. It's like immediate cheers and whooping and stuff like that. It's crazy, dude. Like they bring out the racists and then the audience goes boo. And then people start throwing fists and they're immediately like, yeah, get him. It's so good. And then at the end of the show, Jerry Springer has the audacity to say, take care of yourselves and each other. What a great show. Sorry, let me pause my Steam download here. It's making all the dulls slow, which means I probably need to get a new computer. Yo, what an advertisement, man. I saw this advertisement at the store yesterday. Spring into summer, 4% financing on a GMC 2023 Terrain, plus eligible Costco members receive $750 in bonus cash. Well, I don't really want a GMC SUV, but hey, $1,000 in bonus cash? How could I afford not to? Anyway, this is China. You guessed correctly on first try out of 1 tries. I'm crazy. Just buy the car, sell the car, and then put the $750 into a money market account. You're about 6 months away from being lampooned on the TikTok investor meme account. Did you see the TikTok of the lady who didn't realize that she had a 74-month amortization period on her car? Or the guy in tears because he was like, he didn't realize the difference between leasing and buying. So he thought at the end of his lease, he'd owned his car. And then when his lease expired, the company was like, do you want to buy your car for like $22,000? And he's like, what? I already paid for it. It's an action comedy crime mystery starring Kevin Hart. Comedy crime mystery? It's Get Hard. I don't know all the Kevin Hart movies, man. I'm sorry. Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson. Wait. I should know this one. Saving the world takes a little heart and a big Johnson. You can't do that. You can't break the fourth wall in the tagline. That's how I know this movie's pure ass. How can you... You can't... The movie doesn't know that the actors are real people. You know what I mean? Unless they're named Hart and Johnson in the movie. I don't know the name of this movie. I don't know the name. Let's reveal all hints. After he reunites with an old pal through Facebook, a mild-mannered accountant is lured into the world of international espionage. I simply don't know it. That is Central Intelligence. I've definitely seen the poster. I feel, aren't there like a staggering amount of Kevin Hart movies? And I don't have a strong opinion on Kevin Hart one way or the other. Aren't they all like, he's like a normal guy, but then he gets paired up with somebody who's like a cop or a hardened criminal or is really, really tall and he's not very tall or something like that? And then he's like, I see how it is. You think you can push me around just because I'm short and you're really tall. Well, let me tell you. Okay, I'll let you push me around a little bit. Okay. Sorry I said anything. From Beetlejuice to The Farewell. Okay, this is tough for me. Because the only person I know in The Farewell is Awkwafina. And she's also in the Oceans movie. And she's also in Shang-Chi with Tony Leung and Michelle Yeoh. But we just had to get from like Michael Keaton to Michelle Yeoh. We're more likely to get to like Sandra Bullock. I feel like we can get like Michael Keaton to Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock, Miscongeniality with William Shatner and Michael Caine. Come on, you got to be able to get from... How could you not get from Michael? Okay, I think we got something, okay? Spoilers, by the way. I've not seen it, but I've seen the trailer. Give me Michael Keaton. Give me The Flash, excuse me. Give me a DC Universe movie. Michael Keaton's in Morbius, bro? Oh, no. I haven't seen Morbius yet. But we got to be able to get to Michael Caine. Binky Nelson on Pacified. I'm not familiar with that. Birdman takes you to Emma Stone. I'm sure there's a way to get there from here. I'm just trying to find my way, okay? Emma Stone, Ed Norton. You could get to like The Amazing Spider-Man. But how do you get to Michael Caine from there? It's a great question. You can get to Ed Norton. It takes you to The Incredible Hulk. It takes you to Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler takes you to... Birdman. How was I doing this? Ed Norton. This is a roundabout path, and I still don't have the terminus yet. Ed Norton, Hulk me, Liv Tyler me. Where did I say we were going with this one? Armageddon. Ben Affleck. That then takes us into the DC cinematic universe. What's your first Batman? Okay, now we just need to find the thread. Wait, who plays Art? Oh, you played Alfred in this one. You're not Michael Caine. Ah, shit. Motherfucker. I should have gone to Hugh Jackman. You see me, you piece of crap? I should have gone to Hugh Jackman. All right, take me back. Go backwards. Go Ben Affleck, Armageddon. Will Patton. I'm taking a detour because I just want to... This episode's dedicated to Minari. Then from Minari, go ahead and take me to Stephen Yeun, okay? From Stephen Yeun, you're going to take me to... Nope. Then you're going to take me to Daniel Kaluuya. Then you're going to take me to Black Panther. Then you're going to take me to... There's got to be a way to get to Hugh Jackman from here. Take me to Michael B. Jordan, to Creed 1, to Sylvester Stallone. No, wait, to Sylvester Stallone, to The Expendables 2. I refuse to believe we can't get to Hugh Jackman from here. This is Hugh Jackman's, like, these are his homies. Look at this list, man. It never ends. Jason Statham. When in doubt, we go Hobbs and Shaw. Cliff Curtis, goated actor. What the hell has Hugh Jackman been in? Where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go I'm trying to get to Michael Caine so I can get to Aquafina? How am I even going to get through the Sandra Bullock, Miscongeniality, the Oceans movies? Okay. So everyone shut the fuck up, okay? We're trying to get to Hugh Jackman. It can't be done. It can't. They've never been in movies with anybody who's ever been in movies with each other. Hugh Jackman has been in all the X-Men movies. Hugh Jackman has been in Logan with Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart was also in Green Book with Anton Yelchin, who was in Alpha Dog with Emil Hirsch. Great. That's very helpful. Vanessa Kirby was in Mission Impossible Fallout with Armie Hammer, who was in Hobbs and Shaw. Hugh Jackman, he was in The Candidate. Hugh Jackman was in The Greatest Showman. He was in a movie called Australia, featuring Nicole Kidman, who must be in a movie with Tom Cruise, who was in a movie with Vanessa Kirby, Mission Impossible Fallout. Tom Cruise, Eyes Wide Shut. Nicole Kidman, Australia. Nobody remembers this. I didn't even see it. Hugh Jackman. Fucking Hugh Jackman. The Prestige. Michael Caine. Miscongeniality Sandra Bullock, Ocean's 8, Aquafina, The Farewell. Now, I'm going to guess that was not the critical path, okay? Shortest possible distance was 3. But we got there, and we got there with no assistance. You went to Armageddon twice? I had to go to Armageddon twice because I accidentally went into Batman versus Superman. I made a huge mistake. I took a little... this isn't the worst I ever played. I just took the back rooms. Plus, I got to shout out Minari on the way. I mean, there's a lot of good movies in here. Beetlejuice, Birdman. Great movie. Minari. Nope. Great movie. Black Panther. It's pretty good. Creed. That's a good movie. Mission Impossible Fallout. The Prestige. Even Miss Congeniality's okay. Oh, don't start with me. Winona Ryder to Frankenweenie to D. Bradley Baker to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Seven Rings to Aquafina. D. Bradley Baker? Who did they do craft services on Beetlejuice? Or on Frankenweenie? This is Limbo? This is Inside. This is the Godfather video game. Now I see it. It's not a man that looks like a triangle from Prison Architect. That's Don Vito Corleone. Okay, I think I got it. Godfather for the N64. Why is it so much funnier, the idea that it's on the N64 versus the PS2? Because the PS2 is like synonymous with Grand Theft Auto in some ways, so I could see like taking out a Tommy gun and going like da 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 da. But the N64 is synonymous with like collectathon platformers where you have like a sidekick in your backpack. So I'm just picturing like Michael Corleone going like yippee yippee wahoo. Connected, you go, oh dude, you didn't get all 100 cannolis at your daughter's wedding, so you haven't unlocked the golden Tommy gun yet. I've never seen The Godfather, really, so watch it. I think that train has sailed, honestly. Vito Corleone must collect all 6 infinity cannolis from his daughter's wedding to unite La Cosa Nostra and the 5 families in New York. Let's just get this one over with, man. It's earlier than 2013. Okay, Bubble Bobble. Oh, it's later than 1986, huh? One of these publishers is correct. Hopefully it's Sega. I don't know if I'm going to get anything from Microsoft. It's a third-person Sega game. It's what's that game that really sucks, but everybody said it was good because cool people liked it? And then the players from that game, you got to play as them in Anarchy Reigns. You know the one I'm talking about. It's a Sega game from like maybe 2008, 2009. Mad World, that's it. Is it Mad World? Nope, it's not Mad World. Fuck you, Mad World's really good. I've never played it, but I've watched 10 video essays on it. Yeah, okay. Earlier than 2009? Oh, my mistake. It wasn't Sega. Or it was Sega, not Sega of America or Sega Europe. Have you ever played it? No, but I played Anarchy Reigns. It's like playing the extended edition. Didn't come out on the Dreamcast, but Sega made it. It came out on like the fucking Genesis or something, or the 32X, the Sega CD. It's probably Night Trap. I don't know. Okay, it's Alan Wake, American Nightmare. Can I get my clue? Load my clue, please. Load my clue. I didn't get it took my clue? I've been robbed? It's a Plague Tale Innocence? Okay, one-time clue. Show the clue. It's a sports racing game from the late 90s. That Sega was involved in. Sega Rally Championship. Oh! Literally, my last hope was to just hope that they called it Sega something. And there was only one guess. That's pure luck. It's actually pure luck. I had never heard of this game before in my entire life. But we take those. It's a 2-word fantasy animation that is beloved. It's Spirited Away. Who's the 3% of critics that gave Spirited Away less than a 6 out of 10? You have no joy in your body at all? Your inner child is just fucking dead? Like, this doesn't mean that they hated Spirited Away. It just means that they gave it under a 6. Who's giving Spirited Away under a 6 out of 10? They're like, you with Stardew? All right, well, fair. Suzume was mid? I'm not talking about Suzume. I'm talking about Spirited Away. It's like one of the best movies of all time. So let me get this straight. I'm trapped in a bathhouse. My parents have been turned into pigs. And there's a monster with no face that's eating everything? Yeah, I'd say I've been spirited away. That's the American remake. It's coming out in 2025. Some people don't like anime? Yeah, it's me. It's not anime. It's Spirited Away. It supersedes the genre. Housle, presented by Denise Toth. I don't think this is fair. In fact, I know it isn't fair, but I just assume if your last name is Toth, you are very wealthy. It may not be true, but I bet if you took like a census of normal, like the average representative American, and then a similar sample of Toths, I bet the Toths would have a 1 standard deviation higher net worth. That's just my guess. There's just something about the last name, Toth. It just screams old money to me. Why'd she spell it like that? I mean, she didn't. Her parents spelled it like that. Nice looking house, big garage, ample space, lots of big yard, lots of green space, lots of trees. We're going to start this at $850. Depends where it is, obviously. That's too low. It's Flowery Beach, Georgia, 40 minutes from Atlanta. Okay, I didn't know that it was on whatever this is. Green Lake. I mean, to own a boat, you got to either live on the boat or you got to be Toth wealthy. So take me up to 1.25. 40 minutes outside of Atlanta. Okay, still too low. 7,000 square feet. And not a lick of interior design sense, but that's their cross to bear. It's not my house. I know we do this all the time. I like when a house looks nice, but I also like when it looks functional. And like, this is not functional. Like, get this out of the maybe it's professionally staged, which is fine, but like, this is not something that you can have people over and be like, sit on my like Art Nouveau daybed. Like, it's just not functional. And then also another thing that bothers me, and this comes up all the time, a coffee table that is very hard to reach from this couch and impossible to reach from this love seat here. You're not doing anything with the coffee table. What's the coffee table doing? You need a bigger table, or you need to move the couches a little bit closer so people can actually put their coffee on it. 7,000 square feet is big. I would take you up to, I mean, even at $300 a square foot, this is like a $2.1 million house. That's too high, though. Okay. 6 beds, 4 baths. See, this room, I don't really have a problem with. I see what they've done. They've got the green space outside. They got the green, the foliage rug, the green couch, the green accents. They did a better job in this room. Yes, okay, I don't really understand the purpose of the chair, unless it's the obvious purpose, but $1.75 million. Bam. You're a Housle Baron. Don't get me started on the concept of a laundry chair, okay? We're done. We're not talking about the laundry chair anymore. We already got sidetracked enough. Okay. Time Guessr starting off with a bang this week. To me, I don't know who this is, but before I even read anything in chat, I'm going to guess that this is Monaco because it looks like they do Formula One here. And they're like out here. And this guy looks really familiar. Something about this. It's good. World's worst person. Heartbreaking wedding photo of famed serial killer. I think I had a beer with this guy once. I think we used to hang out. And this looks like 1988 to me. It's 1983, and they're just guys. Thank God. I've been saved, and we were correct. It was Monaco. This strikes me as a David Blaine installation in New York City in the early 2010s. Everybody was dressed. This sweater has not existed. I used to own several of these in the late 2010s. The pleated sweater with the collar has not existed for a long time. That's like carbon dating. So I'm just assuming this is New York City because it looks like New York City. And to me, this looks like it's the Upper East Side near Central Park. Let's put us right here. And I'm going to say this is circa 2010. It's 2013. This is the Apple Store. This isn't a David Blaine installation. That's a really good guess, though, dude. This is the Jamaican bobsled team. Now, the Jamaican bobsled team performed in the Olympics in Calgary in 1988. Cool Runnings came out like 94. That's not Jamaica. That's New York City. Jamaica is right there. Okay, I'm going to say this is on the beaches of Kingston, Jamaica. And this is going to be 1988. Let's just say, well, the Winter Olympics take place in like February, so let's say this was 87 when they got approved. It was 88. We're on the wrong side of Jamaica, but still pretty good. This is George Reeves, the first Superman on screen, circa, I'm going to have to go ahead and say that this is New York City, unless it's London. I'm going to say it's New York City, like 1954. And just put me close to Broadway. I'm going to assume that the first big movie theaters were also in the theater district. Now, don't be a hater. I don't exactly know where Broadway is. I'm assuming there's a road called Broadway that probably runs this way. I've decided I've basically done enough looking here. Let's put me... where's Times Square? It's further up. Rockefeller, Times Square, probably up here. Okay. Yeah, Broadway. That's on 7th Avenue, right? Central Park. Okay, listen, I'm wasting too much time. Put me 1957. 1965. We were very close, though. Was it even on Broadway? 5th Avenue and Central Park South. Whatever. I'll take that. Not bad. Not bad. This is Norm Macdonald on stage at Yuck Yucks. This is an interesting one for me. I don't know if Yuck Yucks is also an American brand or it's just a Canadian comedy club. I'm going to say Norm Macdonald at this point, probably 30 years old even. Realistically, that puts this, let's call this 1990. And I'm going to say that this is in Toronto. I know it's a bit of a stretch here. Could also be Montreal. Could be anywhere, quite frankly. I'm going to say this is 1990 in Toronto. Oh, it was 1985, but it was Toronto. You want to talk about some educated guesses? Final score, 44-118. Now that's a good one. That is a good score. And those were not gimmies, you know. We had to make some guesses on those. I'm proud of that. That makes up for the Tradle catastrophe. You're just lucky it was Canadian, bro. Like not all of them were Canadian. One of them was Canadian. Sometimes they'll be like, here's a picture from like the revolt of Bratislava, and I'm like, I think it's Slovenia. People are like, you idiot, it's Slovakia. You didn't know that Slovakia, January 6, 1971, 11:06 a.m.? Then I get one Canadian one and I get it right. People are like, of course you got it right. Shut the fuck up. Doubled it in 7 years. It's true. Cumulative annual growth rate of 10%. No, 7%. My mistake. I got the rule of 72 backwards. Low bubbly, thanks for reminding me. Minus property taxes? No, don't do the homeowner thing. I'm a homeowner. There's a couple of things you learn you can't do. If you have a mortgage, you don't get to say, I don't own my house, the bank owns the house. I used to say that. I thought it was a clever little joke. I didn't realize that it's actually like a dog whistle for NIMBYs or something like that. So I apologize for ever having used it. The other homeowners will always be like, people don't understand how hard it is to own a home. You have like property tax, sewers, utilities, unexpected expenses. Okay, if it's easier to rent than to own, then sell your fucking house. You're going to say no, then shut the fuck up. Obviously, it's better to own a house than it is to rent in your situation then. If renting is easier and better for you, you would just do it. Otherwise, your choices in life prove that people who rent should be complaining, and you should just let them complain even though it annoys you. So I remember there was I think I tweeted it was like 2 years ago before I was smarter. There's a guy that was like, honestly, I own my house, but I wish I was renting because I didn't realize like how hard it is to own a house. There's all this maintenance, there's all these like hidden costs and stuff like that. And then like the next reply was like, okay, sell your house and rent. And he said, no, I would never do that. I like building equity. Okay, idiot, then it's not better to rent than to own, dumbass. You just like think you're the victim in every circumstance here. It's like saying, you know, oh, I don't want to eat like pizza. I'd rather eat a salad. And then someone puts a salad in front of you and you're like, nah, I'm just going to eat the pizza. Then shut the fuck up, you liar. You're just lying. Which is fine to do on the internet, but just don't admit it. Like, okay, oh fuck. Today I'd like to go from Palestine to Papua New Guinea. That's a long trip. We got 15 guesses to get there. I would take an airplane, but if I had to go through every country, I think I got a shot, okay? I'm going to go backwards on this one. So we're going to go Papua New Guinea to Indonesia. That's a gimme. Then we're going to go Indonesia to Malaysia. Then we're going to go Malaysia to Thailand. He's crazy. Then we're going to go Thailand to Bangladesh. No, you know, I bet you just go to China. Go through big countries. China is not, it's not quite there. We need to find the connection. The connection might be Laos. Okay, that now gets us to China. And we're trying to go to Palestine. Okay, from China, take me to India. Oh. And then take me to Pakistan. Then take me to Iran. Then take me to Iraq. Then take me to Jordan. Oh! He's actually crazy, dude. Holy cow. You're right. The miss we didn't have to put in India. But otherwise, that was like the path. Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Laos, China, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Palestine. Dude, that was a great performance. Wow. See what I'm capable of if I don't have to know African geography or the Caribbean or Central America. Excuse me, I know Eastern Europe, okay? I don't know Africa, the Pacific Islands, Central America, or the Caribbean. I know Eastern Europe. You know how many Sporkle quizzes I've done of naming all the European countries? You really don't? Okay, fuck me, I don't live in Herzegovina, okay? Your ass thought Yuck Yucks was in downtown Manhattan. We've all got our blind spots. Someone never watched Comedy Network growing up. Mommy, it's over! I think I'm going to play some Darkest Dungeon 2. We got lots of options. I kind of want to build a little Darkest Dungeon 2 momentum. I think that I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? The narrative that I had surrounding Darkest Dungeon 2, which is based on nothing except me playing it for 2 hours before it, like when it first came out on Epic. The narrative I had is they fucked it up. And everybody that was excited for Darkest Dungeon 2 played a little bit of it and then went, I don't know if this is what I want. And then 2 years passed. That narrative was in my head. I played it yesterday and I was like, this shit is fun. It's good. When I see posts on Reddit that are like, this isn't what I wanted out of Darkest Dungeon 2, I'm like, okay, just go back and play Darkest Dungeon 1. It's a different flavor, don't get me wrong, but it's way too early to say this, okay? But it kind of reminds me of when Into the Breach came out. And people were like, yeah, it's 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's like a masterpiece, but it's not what I wanted, which was just like FTL remastered again. Yeah, like it's really good, and I know you don't know what you got till it's gone, but like it's not. It's like I think it's like 0.1% worse than FTL, so I don't know if I would recommend it. Maybe wait for a Steam sale. Fuck you. Anyway, you thought this dungeon had it's called Darkest Dungeon, and yet it's lit. Make it make sense. Open parentheses. The math ain't mathing. Close parentheses. Darkest Dungeon 2. Better title than yesterday. Thank you. I worked really hard on that one. Next time we play it, we can do... My dungeon is too dark for you, traveler. You need a dungeon that's more well lit. This dungeon is not fit for a knave such as you. You know, my mom texted me today. We were just having a conversation. She revealed something about my grandfather. Sometimes he would get constipated as a young adult. And when he achieved relief on the toilet, I swear to you, that this is what she told me. I don't know if it's real, but I swear to you that it's what she told me. When he got relief on the toilet, when he had a bowel movement finally, he would stand up after wiping and throw a $20 bill into the toilet and flush it as his way of like saying thank you to the toilet for helping him achieve relief. My grandfather was not a wealthy man. And maybe this is one of the reasons why. Because, like, I know you're like, that's something, it sounds like something you would do at Mar-a-Lago. He was not at Mar-a-Lago. He was literally, like, just the guy. He would flush, and we're talking, like, this must have been the 1970s. Dude was flushing $20 in the 1970s to say, thank you, toilet, for helping me poop. Doesn't even make sense. No, that's $7,300 a year. No, he's not flushing it every day. I mean, that's psychotic. But you know, a few times in his life, I guess, he flushed $20 down the toilet when he achieved relief from his constipation. He should have bought some fiber supplements. You're absolutely right. Why does my room smell like it's on fire? I don't know. I had that happen once. I know I've told you this story before. We were all playing Rock Band in my college house, and we all said, hey, does it smell like burning plastic in here to you guys? And then they all said yes. So I called the non-emergency line and said, can you send like the fire department? I think our house is burning down. You don't need to send like fire trucks with the sirens going though, like everybody's okay. And then they were like, well, we have to send the fire trucks with the sirens on. So then like 4 fire trucks with their sirens on all showed up at our house. And then they were like, there's nothing wrong here. We said we all smelled burning plastic, and they were like, oh, maybe it was coming off of your musical instruments. Thanks a lot. Elon, my Tesla keeps driving into piles of burning books. Interesting, looking into it. The Watchtower. Dude, I fulfilled all 4 heroes' journeys in 5 minutes? Has anybody ever been this good at a video game ever before? I don't really know what I'm looking for here, but... Where am I? We don't even have any choice until like 7 steps from now. Okay, clear it, clear it, clear it. Don't get stressed out. You're the passenger. The horses are driving. The hoarder. Jerma did it in 4 minutes. Of course he did. Of course he did. Hello, honey. Where's the cats? They're in here somewhere. They're not in my room, but they're in the house somewhere. Okay. How was your day? Hey!
She did really well, and she didn't cry.
You didn't cry?
Well, she only cried at the drop-off, but only for a minute.
Wow. Honey, that's amazing.
Our daycare provider said she did a lot better than what I wrote in the paper.
Hey, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, and then she said give her a big hug, and she just want to have another short day tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, maybe with some nap on sleep, and then she'll stay for a nap.
Ooh.
I feel like I'm in like a spy or cops movie.
You feel like you're in a cop movie.
Because I'm just like
You're on a stakeout outside of the
Yeah.
daycare, yeah.
And then I'm just like watching all the parents dropping their kids and everything, and I'm just like, this person has this kind of scenario
Yeah.
or history. It was really weird. I think cats are upstairs. Go find them. So I was like, this scenario is like super weird because like the mom who still has 2 kids in the car.
Yeah.
Comes with it right in front of them. There's a guy comes with her, and but then like he's in a different vehicle, but like they have always been together coming in. Then like he comes out, he helps the mom unbuckle the kids, and then he goes back to the car. Then she goes in, drops the kids off, and then she comes out, and then he drives off, and then she drives off.
Is unusual. But you never know what people's journey is, you know?
And I was like, it's like maybe that's her boyfriend or something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Abandoned or forgotten.
But I do know I got 2 extra baubles. You guys can hear that? Everyone's saying we need a door mic. People are like responding to the story. No full daycare yet? It's been a day and a half. You know, these things are a process. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for the raid. Hi, honey. You want to say hi to Uncle Dan? Where's your what? Your My Melody? My Melody what? Your My Melody cup? I don't, maybe mommy knows where it is. I don't know your My Melody cup. Oh, it's in the cabinet. Can I get it for you? Okay, Daddy's just gonna, you know what? I'll go get it for you. 1 second. Didn't even know we had this. Didn't even know it existed. And look at that. We found it. Okay, but you can't take it right now because it's made of glass. You can only take it when mommy's around, okay? But mommy will be down soon and then you can take it. Okay, but just leave it on the desk for now. She does have that object permanence. You're not wrong. Oh, we needed that one. Do you want to have some water in it?
No, because you'll be on my foot.
Oh, you'll drop it on your shirt.
Oh, no, that's like my melody ends. My melody ends.
Oh, I understand. No, we need to find another cup?
That's good for me.
Another cup that's good for you? I'm sure when mommy comes down, she'll give you a cup that's good for you. 4 heal with 6 bleed. I would call that a bit of a whiff, personally. You have 13. I think we just gotta kill you. And just leave the drummer. We weren't gonna kill the drummer in 1 hit anyway. I think that skeleton lived in the apartment above me for a while. I'll hit you with the +2 on that one. Death before dishonor. Man, I didn't realize he just killed himself to make me stressed out. That's like that tweet. Have you ever seen the tweet that's like, it's a bunch of young men at the pool with the ramen noodle haircut, and it says, you come to my pool party, what are you doing in front of me and my friends? And then the quote tweet says, killing myself in front of you to change the trajectory of your life forever? Not forevers. That's a classic. That's basically what the drummer just did. Stressing over stress 5 head. Can I tell you I saw a tweet at some point that I think, I know this has been like the section of what I've seen on Twitter, but I think it changed my life a little bit. Extra death blow and extra stun resist. The tweet was just a 2x2 matrix. And it's like, basically the gist of the matrix is like one axis was like, worry about something, don't worry. And then the other one was like, it happens, it doesn't happen. Long story short, worry about something, it happens, you suffered twice. Worry about something, it doesn't happen, you suffered once. Don't worry about something, it happens, you suffered once. Don't worry about something, it doesn't happen, you didn't suffer at all. Not worrying is always it's the mathematical optimal solution. Now it's not that simple. You can't just be like, don't have anxiety. But there are some times when I'm like, I catch my brain like start to worry about something, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna bring myself suffering just by worrying about it. I'm just gonna ignore all of my problems, and then if they eventually lead to a catastrophe, at least I only suffered once. Ah, yes, the warrior's dilemma. Quick weakening curse. My mother-in-law's posted up at my house watching Bollywood all day. What should I do? Listen, I wish I had an answer for you. This is not an answer that you're gonna like, okay? But I think I can't relate necessarily to being... let me rephrase. I was gonna say I can't relate to being annoyed by that. But I think I absolutely can relate to being annoyed by that. But now that I have a child, every time I'm in a situation with like my extended family, I'm just so grateful that there's other people there giving attention to my child. That like before we had kids, the concept of like my wife's mom staying with us for an extended period of time would have been like a little laborious. Now that I have a kid, I'm like, I would sacrifice a lot of comfort in my own home to have extra help with the child rearing, for sure.
The nightmare gate is revealed. Beyond, only infernal nihility.
Who asked? That guy asked. So what should you do? I don't know. Be appreciative, I guess, as much as you can. Latch of regret. Bolt of lamentation. Padlock of wasting, shackle of despair. I think we kill this last. I bet when we break it, it has a lot of stress coming out. Regret, I don't know. I mean, these are all stressful. Every single one of these words is like slang for stress. Oh, thank you.
Take a bite.
What a beautiful looking wrap. Tastes delicious.
What do you use my glass?
My baby asked for it.
What?
She said, "Where's my Melody cup?" And I said, "I don't even know if we have a My Melody cup." And she said, "It's in the cupboard." So I went into the cupboard, and then I was like, "There it is." She's right.
Oh, you just didn't use it?
No, it's clean. Look at this. Holy cow. My wife, when we were at my parents' house, every day, I mean, we went nacho husband mode. My mom made wraps for us for lunch every day. Came back, my wife asked my mom, "How do you make those wraps?" And yesterday, we bought all the ingredients at Costco. Fabulous. I don't know what to do. You have to heal you. 11 heals is as good as it gets. A beautiful dodge would go crazy here. The stress is not great, but it is what it is. Now, we need to do 19 damage to you. You are marked. Good crit. It also makes Dismas have better dodge chance. Please. 18 damage on Death's Door. That's unfortunate. Death blow. Okay, I think we're dead. That doesn't hurt us as much as you would think. The stress is pretty bad, though. What's that? Can't use healing skills? That's unfortunate. In that case, I suppose I'll use an Abyssal Artillery. It did 0. I can't even target the unit that is most likely to die. It is what it is. I still had fun with this one, but yeah, we're not gonna make it. That's a nasty death blow.
He courted the unthinkable, but to no avail.
You think he solo clears? I'd be surprised. Do you get to attack at some point? Yes, but not the unit you want to. His crits go crazy. Just gonna take a bite of this beautiful wrap. Merciful.
Not all
Still a good run.
will find it.
Don't be shy. What's in the wrap?
Each
Little
milestone
deli
makes the
turkey.
next road just a little
Thick slice of tomato, Swiss cheese, Dijon mustard, baby spinach. It's that simple. 43 candles is kind of good, though. Aren't you paranoid about the nitrates? I'm not as paranoid about the nitrates as I am pogged in the other direction about getting a delicious lunch. Sorry, NL. You can't mukbang. Canadians are disgusting eaters. Yeah, I'm not mukbanging. I'm just eating. If you're disgusted by it, that's a problem between like you and your brain. Honestly, I'm just eating. Your ass is having a reaction to it. I can't be held responsible for your behavior. Misophoniacs coming out of the woodwork. Isn't that like a Japanese Vietnamese noodle soup? Misophonia? What are you drinking? Cherry bubbly, man. I mean, we just went to the Kirkland Members Club yesterday. I'm full up on bubbly. We had a nightmare, though, because we went to the Costco. We promised our daughter we'd get her some ice cream at the Costco. Roll up to the Costco. The food court is closed for 1 day for maintenance. Really? My dream is that they're closing it to finally implement my suggestion of having a exclusive lounge for executive members only. Probably not, though, if I had to guess. I don't do math well in this game to begin with. People have suggested that I'm not good at math. Well, it's true in like an academic sense. Like I couldn't tell you like how to compare to like eigenvectors. But I'm insanely good at arithmetic. I can calculate a tip so quickly. I'm actually annoyed that on the machine now it does the tip calculation for you. Because that used to be very helpful for my social status. Is when you would get a bill and everyone would be paying cash, they'd be like, "What's the tip?" And I'd be like, "Well, what do you want to tip?" They're like, "I'm usually a 17.5% Andy," and I'd be like, "Ooh, this is my time to shine." But anyway, what I was going to say is I'm not good at math in this game to begin with. And then I would definitely say that having overburn makes it worse. You're going to be like so annoying that I'm going to cry. Because you're about to snow my whole squad up, dude. Isn't most of the math in this game arithmetic? Yeah, but it's like using an abacus instead of using like a piece of paper. Like I'm not familiar with all the who's-its and the what's-its and the so-ons. You're about to take double damage. We don't have to play a gear hoof. We could just slow you down forever. I mean, you're dead in a variety of different ways here, now that I think about it. There you go. Sufjan Stevens. Sufjan Stevens must have some songs about the cold. I would be very surprised if they didn't. I went to a donut shop once that named a donut after a Sufjan Stevens song. Was it like an essay-length donut title? The deep-fried ring of flour, semicolon, sprinkled with powdered sugar, open parentheses. Oh my God, what did it cost? Close parentheses. Angle bracket. No, it was called the Chicago. Come on. The predatory donut of the Palisades. We love Blunky. Shut the blunk up. What's your most controversial cereal opinion? I don't know anymore, because it used to be that I prefer cereal without milk, but now I'm normie pilled. No, our guy! Now I put oat milk in my cereal and even a little oat milk in my coffee, so I'm just a normal dude. I guess my most controversial cereal opinion is that I still think that Raisin Bran is pure ass. I don't hate raisins. I just like... I mean, I've probably eaten more raisins than you. No disrespect. I eat raisins like once a day in my school lunches. I don't mind them. I don't throw up if there's raisins in like a cinnamon bun or something like that. Or I don't mind an oatmeal raisin cookie. It's just... I just don't think they taste that good. Like, I would never willfully purchase them, but I'll eat them if they show up. But it would never be like my number one choice for like a cereal. Absolutely not. And then the bran flakes are just like, they're just like nothing. Does your daughter eat raisins? She's okay with them. I would say they're slightly her tempo. Why did they make this game as complicated as possible? Careful, people aren't ready for, they aren't ready to hear the truth yet. Which path does this go on? I'm all twisted up. It is very complicated. What do you mean it's not that complicated? It's like the most complicated deck builder that's ever been released and has been good. And has not just been played by like mechanical engineers who live in Hamburg. It's the most complicated deck builder ever released for Americans. Complicated in comparison to other deck builders, sure. What do you think I was comparing it to? The Magic Eye puzzle? Hard doesn't equal complicated? It's complicated! You get every single enemy, and there's 6 enemies on the screen at a time, all attack like in a different order. Most of them have like unique, not unique, but they have themed keywords and stuff associated with them. That's complicated. Compared to something like Slay the Spire, I would say positively for Slay the Spire is simply elegant. Enemies don't apply 1,000 different status effects. They just like hit you or buff themselves or heal or, you know, etc., etc. Now, both games can be super difficult. But this is definitely more balls to keep in the air. Like this is like remembering a phone number at all times. Slay the Spire is trying to figure out how to pay your rent when it's $2,000 a month, but you only got $1,500 in the bank account. You're like, hang on, I got to make some calls. Hang on, I got a message from my wife. Yes, okay. Let me go get the baby. I'll bring her down. What? Here we go. Mom said we could finish the run. Oh. You need to be inked so the bombardier does not trigger. This is fucked up. I shouldn't have to do this and pray. Oh, I'm dead anyway. Alright. / marker Wildfrost. It's not complicated though. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple game. Alright, I'm going to send you over to my wife. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I think we have some co-op sponsored stuff in the morning. I don't know what else we'll do. Later.
Who's that?
Peppa.
Peppa is talking, right?
To the other Peppa.
Peppa is talking to the other Peppa. Here, I'll move this to here so you can see. Who's that?
Peppa to the other Peppa.
Yeah, but what is that? What is this one?
Charmander.
Charmander. Charmander. That's Charmander. What's that one?
Pika.
It's Pika.
It's growing.
Your Pikachu's growing.
It's going bigger, bigger.
Pikachu is growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
And bigger and bigger.
And bigger. Non-stop growing Pikachu.
Going bigger, bigger.
Hello.
Hello. I'm live.
I'm just finishing up my run, but I can take her.
Oh. And so you finish and then you come and then pick her up. On this chair, we got my baby, myself, and Ruka. And you'll be maybe surprised or not surprised, but Ruka is taking the most part of the chair. I'm basically hovering. What are you doing?
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's fun.
That's funny.
Yeah, I heard that.
The Peppa Pig, upside down Peppa Pig is funny. Which one? The upside down Peppa Pig?
No, it's this guy.
Oh, that guy's funny?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Look.
Ruka.
Look.
Yeah, we cannot sit very well because Ruka is taking half of the chair, right? More than half.
Mommy and Daddy.
Oh, you're looking at the photos or the pictures?
Mommy.
Mommy? How do you know that's mommy?
Mommy and Daddy.
Mommy and daddy?
Mommy.
Mommy?
Mommy.
Mommy?
Mommy.
How do you know that's mommy?
Mommy.
How do you know that's mommy? You never seen mommy when she had blue hair.
Mommy. Daddy.
Do you know that's daddy because he's bald?
Yeah.
Whenever you see bald characters, you say, that's daddy.
Look. My son and mommy.
Smile, slime, and mommy.
Yeah, you love my son. Listen to you.
I know, I love Smile Slime.
And me too.
And you too, you love Smile Slime.
Look at this. Daddy's falling down.
Oh no, Daddy's falling down.
And the hole.
Inside of the hole.
He's going away.
He's blowing away? He's going away.
Yippee. Mommy.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that's mommy?
I look.
That's crazy.
Huh?
Are you petty Ruka? Wow, wow, wow. Look, who's that?
The tongue.
That's Tomo, you're right.
This is the rainbow.
With the rainbow.
Tail.
With the rainbow tail.
I don't have tail anyway.
You don't have tail.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for the raid.
Oh, thank you for waiting.
Mommy.
Can you say Mad Moon?
Mama.
Mad Moon.
What is Mad Moon?
Let's go.
Turn the video.
It's on the video, yeah, but you're the one who said Mad Moon.
Rookie.
That's Rookie.
Rookie.
Speth hype, speth hype, speth hype.
Rookie.
Rookie.
We gotta thank Fezzy with the 3 months. Thank you. And then David for 60 months. Thank you very much. How do you say Mad Moon? What is Mad Moon? What is Mad Moon? What is Mad Moon? Holy moly. Can you say Mad Moon? Wow. You're so funny. You're so funny. You're a baby death metal vocalist. Mad Moon.
Daddy's
Mad Moon. Mad Moon. Mad Moon. Mad Moon. Can you say thank you, Watanabe?
Daddy's falling down.
Daddy's falling down. Can you say thank you, Watanabe?
Thank you, Watanabe.
Okay. Honey, can we play? You
Go
and Daddy play?
Can you show Daddy the new doggy?
Yeah, you got a new doggy doll.
Aw, she loves her very much.
And you got all these brushes to take care of her.
Yeah, she got the brush. This is not doggy brush. This is her brush.
Oh, okay.
Human brush. Che, what did I miss? If only it was that simple. Maybe she figured out her name means moon and she's saying she's mad. I don't think so. What is Mad Moon? Nobody knows, man. That's the thing. I try to figure it out. Mad Moon emote? If I were to make Mad Moon emote, what would it be even? Like, I don't even know what the Mad Moon emote would look like. Did she play Zelda? No, she did not. She did not play Zelda. Like Teletubby baby, but with Luna, but Moon and angry. There's a lot. New Moon with face, but angry face. Why not New Moon with angry face or mad face? The one from Zelda, that was scary. Even I could get scared of that moon. That moon is twisted. It's the maddest moon. Yeah, he's very mad. Do you have any picture of Luna crying? That will work. No, I'm not gonna use her face and turn it into an emote. I told you that from the day one. You can use Ryan's baby photo though. My baby photo, A-okay. Luna, not okay. That's why I was so stunned when I saw you, Watanabe, using my photos from Instagram and taking photos of Luna. And I was like, excuse me? But I allowed him. He freaked out and he said, oh my gosh, I will delete it. And I said, no, it's okay. Only you, babe. Only you. If you AI combine Baby Kate and Baby NL, is it Luna? Not even close. What's it, like the AI baby thing? It does not work for interracial babies. It looks like either white or Asian, not mixed. I did try, but all the babies came out white. And I'm like, why the hell the baby white? I'm not white. Not only I tried, Chet tried, and then when I was pregnant, everyone was like, hey, I used the AI thing, and then this is what the baby will look like. And then they shared the picture, like the screen cap, on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, no. I don't think the baby's gonna be white. Because your husband is whiter than white? My blood is like as pure Korean as it can get. I challenge Ryan, who got the purest blood. I'm like pure Korean. I'm basically like the first Korean. Korean with last name Laterno. Nah. It's true, everyone goes like, whoa, what's wrong with your name? Because you're not white. But why is your name white? And I'm like, because my husband is white? And they go, oh. You would not believe how many people get confused when I give them my name, and then they expect like a white person, but then I arrive. It was spit.
No. It was the bank.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. They're like, are you sure you're Kate Laterno? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm Kate Laterno. And then they go like, what happened to your last name? And I'm like, my husband is Laterno. And they're like, oh, is he French? And I go, no, he's Canadian. And they're like, what? How does he have French last name? And I'm like, I don't know. I asked him. He doesn't know. So, maybe way back 300 years ago, maybe he was French. But we don't know. They don't know. His grandparents don't know. We honestly don't know. We just know that his last name is French, but nobody speaks French. It's like, what do you want me to say? You got me. We were illegal immigrants from France, Asian and white. I don't know. I don't even know. One time, my family was on a vacation, and the organization set my family up with the French-speaking guide because our last name was French. Oh. My last name before I took Ryan's last name was Kim. And you would not believe how many kids made fun of me, saying like, whoa, you have 2 first names. Kate Kim. Ha 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 ha. Why do you have 2 first names? Oh ha 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 ha. And then I was like, what the hell? I didn't choose. I didn't choose any of that. Don't update. No. Don't update. How do I not update? How do I? It's like. Oh, is this? Oh. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got it. I got it. No worries, man. No worries.
What about the One Direction, that song that's like, if you like smoking Zaza in a hotel room, if you prefer to vacuum rather than use a broom, if you like using Google Meet cause you can't stand Zoom, baby, I'm perfect. So let's start right now. Something like that.